Hey guys, it's Tanya Morgan here for Behind the Gloves in association with Fresco Box. I'm here at BXR with Louie, Loco. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. How did you come up with the name Loco?
My mum came up with it. Yeah, because I was thinking of a name for ages, and I couldn't I quite like Lightning, but a few people got that, like Lee Selby and that. So I thought, and then my mum just came with Loco, and I thought, oh yeah, I like that. It's got a nice ring to it.
It suits you.
It's crazy. I feel like in Spanish, so I'll go with that.
So for the people that might just be discovering you for the first time and don't know anything about you, let's start at the beginning. Okay. How long have you been boxing for?
I'm like 22 now. I started boxing when I was about 9 years old. Like I started the first ever boxing club I went in. It was like the size of this room. There was about 30 people in it, I remember, and I loved it like straight away. There was like hardly any room to move, and that's the first time I started boxing. And then after I started boxing in Folkestone, like a little amateur club there, and I was like 10. And I left there and had my first fights for Crawley Amateur Boxing Club when I was like 11.
Wow, so you've been doing it since you was a baby, really. Yeah. And has it always been boxing? That's always been what you wanted to do? Was there ever anything else that you had like dreams of doing?
That's to be honest, I was studying law, and I was gonna be a lawyer. I was at University of Surrey. Wow. Yeah, I forgot when you asked me. I should have said that. I didn't think. But I was doing well with it. I got a 2-1 like in my first year, like really studying hard. But then it's hard to juggle it with boxing, and I had my ABA championships coming up like the second year, and I'd lost my first one. So I really like put the work in, and then I found out like law wasn't for me. My heart weren't in it. Like I could do really well with it, but it just take all my time. And if you're not passionate about something, there's no point doing it. I
was not expecting you to say that. I didn't know.
I just quit university. You're sorry, like, and just didn't go back.
Just a little law degree that you was doing. That's mad. So, what made you get into boxing? Why do you think you love it so much?
I don't know. I think I was born to fight. Now, and my mum, like from a kid, she said she always thought I was going to be a boxer, and I said she reckons when I had a fight with my cousin. And she said she let it go on because I got in my boxing starts and I was only about 5 or 6 and then she stopped it. But yeah, from the first time I tried boxing, I loved it. So.
And what has been like the highlight so far of everything you've been doing?
Like winning the ABAs and turning pro with Kevin Mitchell, and yeah, just like working hard to become a world champion.
That's nice. So Kevin Mitchell's your coach. He trains you here at BXR. Yeah. And how did that come about? How did he end up being your coach?
Like pretty much through a mutual friend called Brendan, like proper nice geezer. He's helped me out. But yeah, through him, he said they could get me a training session with Kevin, and I tried with him once, and yeah, we clicked straight away. That really gelled, yeah.
What is it about him that you think works for you as a coach?
Just the way he is. Like we connect with like the same people. Yeah. Like he's one of your own, and that, and I respect him like as a fighter and as a coach. Like he's been there and done it all. So.
And looking up to other fighters when you was growing up, was there anyone that stands out that you think that was like someone that inspired you?
Like Manny Pacquiao, Sugar Ray Leonard, they're like my favourite fighters. Julio Cesar Chavez, like I love their heart and their skills and their like relentlessness. Like I like that. Yeah, that's how I want to fight, and that's what I want to be known for.
And at the moment, other fighters doing their thing on the scene. Is there anyone that you think is really representing Britain well?
Obviously. Only person, well, and Anthony Joshua, but obviously we had loads of world champions. Everyone's doing great. Boxing's booming at the minute. So yeah.
And do you have your eyes on anything in particular that you think, in my boxing career, this is what I want to do, otherwise I'm not going to be happy?
Yeah, be WBC world champ. Any world champ I'll be happy with, and I believe I'm going to be a world champion. I just got to stay on it, stay focused. Got a great team around me. So yeah.
And how is this prep going, getting ready for this fight that you got coming up?
Yeah, it's been going great. I've had some unbelievable sparring with like Reece Bellotti. He's the Commonwealth champion at Featherweight. Done 8 3.5 minute rounds with him. Lee McGregor, some top boys down Hoddesdon, champions and that. So it's great. And I look at it as not just for this opponent, because obviously I've been doing 8 rounds. This is only a 4-rounder, but I'm looking for the bigger picture. Every day when I'm working, I'm giving it my all because I want to obviously be a world champion. So just little improvements every day.
What would you say is the kind of hardest thing about living a boxer's lifestyle? Do you get to go out, have a social life, do anything like that?
Not really. All I do pretty much is just go to the gym, go running like with my dogs.
Yeah, I watched that on your stories.
Yeah, I love going running with them. But my little staff, I've been running with her since I first got back onto box. She's like 7 now. She can't keep up. So I just go with my German Shepherd, Frank. He's 2. He's in his prime and he's super fast.
Your stories on Instagram are really good. If people want to get behind you and watch you, how can they find you on social media?
Just Louie Lynn 1 on Instagram. That's it, yeah.
I love watching you run with your dogs. When it comes to getting ready for a fight, things like your walkout music, how early in advance do you think about that? Have you got a song that you wanted?
Yeah, I had this song from before. They didn't play it on my debut, and not a lot of the people I sold tickets to was in there because they opened the doors late. Yeah. But I'm hoping like this time it's at WALKOUT, it'll be a good atmosphere there. It'll be like buzzing. And I'm coming out to Let Me Love You for Tonight, Korea. It's an old school house tune. Yeah, it's a banger. So.
And outside of boxing, do you see yourself doing anything else along the way? Have you got any kind of business ideas, things you want to work on as well as boxing, or are you just like, I'm just going to focus on boxing? Yeah,
I'm just going to focus on boxing now. And I think I heard Will Smith say like something. There's no need to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. But it's so true. Like if you want something, you have to just go after it with everything you got. But I do actually do a little bit of coaching at 12x3 boxing gym, and that's really good. That helps me out. I do like Tuesday night or Saturday, just a few hours just to help me out and stuff. And obviously while I'm here, I might as well shout out to my sponsors. Like I'm really grateful for them. JM2, they just sorted me out. Louie, Loco, Lynn t-shirt and tracksuit. JM2 Sport Services and MR Scaffolding. Like yeah, they've been a big support, and also Carey's.
So you're getting a lot of support along the way. When it comes to fight night and you're in the ring, is there something in particular that is your motivation? Like, what are you fighting for when it's just you in the ring and you're ready to go? Have you got something that you're fighting for?
Yeah, for myself and my family, like my mum, I just want to make it and be one of the greats, be a great world champion, yeah.
Give everyone around you a better life.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm sure you're going to get there, Louie. Yeah, and we're all rooting for you.
Yeah,
everyone at BXR, if you've never met Louie before, he's one of those people that you can meet him and then someone will say, oh, do you know Louie? Yeah, he's so nice. So obviously you've been boxing since he was a kid. What has been the journey to get you to where you are now?
So like I say, when I had my first amateur fights, when I was like 11, I had 8 fights for Crawley Amateur Boxing Club. And then because as I was getting older, I was like 13, but I was like proper small and skinny. They couldn't match me up because you have to be like within 1 year age difference. And then I was training for a little while and I sort of just lost interest. I had like things going on in my life or whatever. And then I was like, when I got back into boxing at 17, even though I trained a little bit, like I was 14 and I just completely stopped. I was just smoking, almost smoking like 20 fags a day, like smoking weed is mad. And then I just got emotional one time and I thought, you know what, like I want to get back on boxing. And then I just jumped back on it and give everything.
And how was it jumping back on after that break? Did you find it hard to get back into, or did you just click back with it straight away?
Yeah, I loved it straight away, to be honest. And I remember the first day I went back to Battlebridge Boxing Club and it's the same coach, George Brown. And I owe him a lot because he was my first ever coach at Crawley Amateur Boxing Club. And that's partly why I got back into it, because a friend who I used to chill with, he said, oh yeah, he's George's there, isn't it, George Brown? So anyway, I went down there. And we was doing sprints outside, and I was like, because I'm so competitive, I was beating the kid as well, and I didn't even really train. I went for a run. I stopped smoking fags, went for a run. Like one day, they went boxing the next day, and I was doing well, and then all of a sudden I was sick, all this black stuff just come out of my chest sort of thing. But then after that, yeah, I was fine, yeah.
So what kind of life do you think you'd have if it wasn't for boxing?
Well, like I said, I was actually doing a law degree and things like that, but my heart wasn't in it, so I don't know if I would have pursued it, or I really don't know, but all thanks to God I'm here and I'm doing my dream, and that's that. So.
Okay, Louie, so we look forward to watching you on the 6th of June at WALKOUT. Guys, get behind Louie, follow him on Instagram, and just watch him on his journey. It's the early days of your career, and we look forward to watching you do everything that you set out to do with your boxing. Thanks for watching Behind the Gloves.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else